So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob
Fala
Bryant
pessoal,
was his
sejam
name.
bem-vindos ao meu canal.
Oh.
Eu sou o John
But no,
e hoje vamos
this time
contar
it
nossa
was a different
aventura em
bastard I was
Call of
after.
Juarez.
The
Então,
aforementioned Mr. Ringo.
vamos lá.
And yes, he was working for Old Man Clown. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor
Esse controle
bastards.
tá um pouquinho com problema aqui, né? Mas espero que não me atrapalhe. Fica com essa bicha aqui.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Ó, de primeiro pelo menos.
They would appear in great
Eita.
numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Shoot that running son of a bitch!
See, at the time,
Olha.
I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those
Vou
damn
apontar
rocks.
aqui pra abrir o próximo slot de arma.
I didn't see Ringo,
Caramba!
but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful
Aqui.
wrong, and I was determined to have my
E eu me
revenge.
passando.
But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
O velho tá vivo. Tem mais um ali.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called
Mais
for,
algum?
as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Eita. Eita. Assim não, cara. Pelas costas não vale não.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed
É, agora vai.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Não posso correr pra um canto não, pera aí. É pra me dar uma
I
opção,
ran
né? Eu
ahead as
não
if the
tenho que prestar
devil
atenção.
himself was after me.
Se eu
Bullets were
correr.
whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow.
Corre.
Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
É, doido que emboscada foi
I
aquela.
just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
No one will ever fight you here!
Eita.
And that's when something miraculous happened.
Oxi.
Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
Do nada o cara apareceu aí.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
Ah, então quer dizer que esse outro vai
That
ser...
stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the
Acho que um
hunter.
corrão não.
Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to
Que
pay
mais
for
de
his
vocês?
sins.
Ah, bom.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A
Eles
little
não falam não,
stealth
ele tá
might have made
com...
more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Corre, macho.
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
E aproveita. Aproveita que ele cansou o braço. Conseguir acertar ele daqui seria bom. Calma que eu tô quase chegando, viu?
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me.
Tá, guerra!
Would you just die? Leave him uncertain neck! Wait! Goddamn bullet! I don't know how you lived this long.
Eita, esse bagulho tá difícil, viu?
What I ever do to you?
Bota fogo, vamos.
Do I gotta reload?
Pronto.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive. And told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo.
Aqui. Tem mais um.
I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Somebody's coming!
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bright?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
É, deixa eu
First, I need to
descobrir
tell
o
you
que
about
foi.
the cowboys' new
Eita.
boss. Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Filho da mãe. Tem mais aqui. Boa.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Ah, usando molotov.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I'm done with you. That's it.
Ih, mas vocês estão brotando todo canto, porra. É, tem que de cadê essa munição, senão ficar ruim.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Uma pistola aqui.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Vou ficar com um rifle.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Stupid son of a bitch!
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back.
Como
That
que
was
homem?
common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it?
Cadê você?
Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Caramba!
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Eita. Acho que não tem mais nada aqui não.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Tem uma emboscada aqui, quer ver?
God damn you!
Acho que ele tá vivo.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Beef him!
Tem mais algum? Eita! Olha o jeito, ó. Hã? aí. Não tem muito me esconder não, então.
You can't hide from me. In for the kill. You won't eat a cat.
Ai. Eu não preciso tão nesses caras aqui não. Filho da mãe. Eu tenho.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a
Quero
sawmill.
munição.
Quite an
Tá
impressive operation.
faltar.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the
Cadê
bastards that were
vocês?
still alive made a last stand.
Deixa eu ver. Só que destruir aquilo ali, mas... Não.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Olha aí. Ai,
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
Já chega de
No, sir.
surpresa algum
I never
canto.
said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. You working for Wyatt Earp?
Eita, filho da...
Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me?
Ei, não corra não, velho.
Die! You're going to the gates of hell.
Que filho da mãe.
Hiding like a scared little puppy.
Aqui.
Time to kiss your ass goodbye. Be right here if you need. Murder!
Eita, tem os capangas dele também. Ai, me...
You want some more? Got a lot of sand showing up here all by your lonesome. You asshole!
Tem um ali.
Like him right.
Cara. Não acredito não, velho.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Sei mais ou menos pra onde é que você vai.
Dance with the devil.
O pior é seus capangas.
Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me?
Não vai estar aqui de jeito nenhum.
I shot the son of a bitch.
Para de atrapalhar. Acho que é ele ali.
Wanna play hide and seek?
Eu pensei que era ele. Opa. Fiquei encurralado. Calma, calma. Tem um ali. Escapanga dele. Filho da mãe. É assim.
Come out, wherever you are.
Matei o cara errado.
Made your peace, brother.
Ô compadre, aqui ó.
Kiss your ass,
Pronto.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Ih, é um dragão contra um. Aqui, de
It's
primeiro eu
incredible,
duvido
sir.
ganhar.
I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Rapaz.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry
Consegui.
I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did. I knew I needed resources if I was going to
Deixa eu ver se
track
tem
down
habilidade
Roscoe
nova.
Bob Bryant.
Tem
And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer
Parte
rallied his
secreta
gang to plunder one
é
last gold
suspeito
mine
sim,
before making their
aqui.
escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're okay.
Who the hell is
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Opa.
You or me?
Onde é que tá você que eu não lhe vi? Ah,
Shit for you.
pronto. Tem uma coisa aqui. Tá de leve, mas... Olha aí. Vou comprar agora. Obrigado logo por completo e tudo, vai ser melhor e muito. Acho que deve ter mais, né, nada por aqui não. Vamos focar na missão e chegar logo na mina.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold ships. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings.
Eu corri de uma vez sem verificar, hein?
Charlie Crow, blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. I thought I was some kind of hero.
To die like this.
Deixa eu seguir.
I will drop you down a mine shaft.
Ai, fica aí.
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
Oh.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Pera, deixa eu perguntar a rota aqui. Deixa eu fazer um teste. Eu não tô vendo esse.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Pera. Agora vamos.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, the body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
You can't hide forever. He'll die for this, you hear me?
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb. I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Vacilo. Eu pensei que ele ia sair só.
I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side. It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
Mas era melhor ter ido pro outro
Of
lado
course,
mesmo.
being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, I was determined not to give up, however.
Aí.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice.
E você vai pra cá.
Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Agora volta dessa pra não ir ali de novo.
I picked the more
na mina.
convenient and more dangerous route.
Caramba. Vou usar um
Plummer
carrinho
was a
desse pra
mad
mim.
dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City?
Ah,
Well, I
não,
thought
velho.
Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would
Ainda deu
save a
muito
lot of
certo, não,
lives,
também não.
including my own.
Não vai. Vai ser desvantagem, ele tá.
Gonna bury you. In a this day is getting worse and worse for you. Hey,
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
Cadê você? Tá ali.
I can shoot too. This is gonna hurt. What do you think you're doing? Get out here! I'm going all medieval on your ass. Look your shot. They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up.
Vamos.
You ain't taking me! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Me ferrei um pouquinho. Ai.
You just made your match.
Vem pra cá aqui pra tu ver.
Bury you in a million pieces! I'm going all medieval on your ass!
Ok, ok.
How you like that?
Ô, velho, cada vacilo pior do que um outro.
I can shoot too! You want some more?
Então, e eu mirando em outro local.
Blood money for you today!
Aproveita, filhão.
Gonna blow you into next week, boy! You ain't taking me!
Vou chamar um babãozinho dele pra defender.
You can shoot, but can you aim?
Aí me ferra, né?
I'm going all medieval on your ass! No blood money for you!
Aí, consegui.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself. I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
You see that?
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
É, já vamos colocar responder a habilidade aqui rapidinho. Tem aqui. Deixa eu abrir isso aqui. Vou colocar esses pontos aqui.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold and a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Pronto.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Eita.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and... Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed
Pessoal, vou
to
terminar o
taking the
vídeo por aqui.
lives of
Espero que vocês tenham
42
gostado.
men,
Até o
fathers
próximo.
and husbands,
Valeu.
brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them.